Okay, the shutdown pop. Basically the same thing as the thing I did on Blood Pit where I shut down without jump jets and then quickly run out. Same concept applied behind hill. So regular pop, right? Popping, not an arc jump. It's just regular pop. It's what noobs do. Or if you don't have time to prepare an arc jump, you might decide to do a noob pop just for the sake of speed. Okay, so if you shut down and then you start back up, you kind of have to wait for that animation where the mech looks down, shut down, then it starts back up. And the whole thing about doing all this sniping stuff is like people will be running around, like they're running around. So waiting for that animation to finish is sometimes going to make you miss your whole opportunity because you're like, oh, someone's running there, but I don't want to be seen on radar, so I start back up. And by the time you do all this, you've missed the best window opportunity you had to place a really good shot. So what I do is this. If you crouch down while you're behind a hill, you'll notice that you can still shut down, right? You can still shut down, and the game registers that you're shut down. But you'll notice that you're not having to watch this animation. Okay? So you get the advantage of shutting down, but you don't have to wait for the animation. And do you see how fast that is? So that's the way I do the shutdown pop. That's the reasoning behind it. It's not for any other reason. As long as I shut down and I'm off radar, I would do this movement no matter what. As long as it takes me off radar and I can jump. That's the only reason I do this movement. Now the sequence of movements is crouch. You're in crouching position behind your hill, right? Because you don't want to have to go through the animation of the mech looking down. So crouch, shut down, start back up, and quickly jump. Quickly jump. You want to press the start back up button, which is the same button as shutdown, and the jump button almost at the same time. Why? Why do you want to do that? Okay, if you shut down and then you start back up, and then you kind of sit there for a minute, and then you decide to jump, the whole time that you're active, people can cycle through their targets and put their radar back on you and see you on radar again. See what I'm saying? Anytime you're off, they can't do that. Anytime you're on, they can potentially try to track you. Okay? So the less you're on, the less you're tracked, the better. And for that reason, a lot of times I'll stay shut down behind these hills anyway and kind of watch the game like this and kind of do this. So when you're doing this movement, shut down, this crouch, shut down, start back up, jump thing, when you're right here, right before you jump, you wanna connect the jump with the shutdown thing because you don't want to be tracked, right? You don't want to have them tracking you as you jump. You want to try to be on radar as little as possible when you're jumping, okay? Because they have a really hard time finding you. That's the reasoning behind it. And oh gosh, I lost my train of thought because this is so much information. Okay, now, yes, this is what I was going to say. The last thing is that if you move your fingers too fast when you shut down, let me think about it. Okay, when you first shut down, and you're getting ready to jump and you first shut down, after you shut down, you have to wait like 1 second. And I'll explain to you why. If you get super fast at all of this, like I am, and you're doing this, and you're tapping the shutdown key, like this, like What happens is you tap it so fast that the server does not register that you shut down because you're doing this. The server thinks that you're just on active radar the whole time. So you might in fact press your shutdown button, but you tapped it so fast and toggled it so fast that the game did not register you shutting down. By the way, it does that with active passive radar toggling too. If you flip it like this, you gotta wait a second before it registers. So what you do is you shut down, wait half a second, start up, immediately jump. Okay, one more time. Wait until my weapons are reloaded. Oh, by the way, you can do an arc jump with this too. Watch this. Shut down, wait half a second, start back up, jump, fire, boom, shut back down. Happens that fast. Alright? Alright, you can practice that. If you having trouble following me, just pause the video and go through it step by step. Alright, I'm going to show you the same thing, same trick, same sequence of moves, used a different way. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this trick in this mech because it's so fat. Gotta be fat. But this is how you do it. Now, this is the same technique, but it's done sideways. So it's what I just did on that hill, plus the Nova Cat thing where I pop out immediately after shutting down. So it's the same thing as all that. You'll see what I mean. Watch. Crouch, full throttle, shut down, wait a second, start back up, jump, fire, turn so you don't get hit in the chest, shut back down so they don't see you on radar. That was a really slow pop. That was terrible. But that was sort of elusive. Okay, when you see your face turned down like that, like in that moment there, you want to center your torso because you don't want your guns firing in the ground. And most of the time that won't happen, but just to be sure, you want your mech to be facing like so, where it's standing up in the correct manner. And that happens when you tilt the waist. That's a little bug. It happens a little once in a while when you're jumping sideways, when you're jumping in like a strafe position like this, and then you're messing with the torso twist. Sometimes that happens. So what you got to do is center it back up, and then go back to doing your thing. So position yourself based on your speed and your arc. Throttle up. Oh, hold on, I missed one thing. Crouch. Position yourself. Crouch. Full throttle. Shut down, wait half a second, start back up, jump, fire, reverse throttle, and then I usually jump because I can shut down in mid-air. I can shut down in mid-air, so that's why I jump on the way back too, because if like you fire and then you're backing up, if you shut down here, you're dead in the water. You can't move, right? But if you get up there and then you command the mech to jump, you can shut back down while you're in midair, and it will finish the arc, right? That's not a bug. I mean, you told it to jump, and it jumped in an arc, and the arc is still carrying momentum, and you're just telling the electronics, the computers on your mech to shut down while you're in the arc, because the mech is going to continue carrying the momentum of the arc, right? So there's no bugging or anything. It's natural movement. It's just very fast. One last time. Okay. Position. I'm in the position I want to be in. Crouch. Throttle up. Either a whole lot or a little. Backwards, forwards, whichever way you want to go. I usually go forwards because it's faster, it's more speed. Shut down, wait half a second. Start back up. Jump. Fire. Oh, I missed. It's because I'm trying to talk. While I'm doing it. Now my keys are jammed. One of the perils of being a keyboard player. Okay, here we go. I'll just do it without talking. And there we have it. Oh, that was a good one, except I got stuck on the way back behind the wall. That was a good one, except for I got stuck. Shut down, fire, get back behind the wall. No, that was a bad one too because my speed didn't go back fast enough. You gotta practice the movements. Let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can do a real good one. Fire, go back. That one was a good one right there. That one would have been pretty hard to hit if I was in a small fast mech. That one would have been pretty tricky. So that's the shutdown pop thing, and the whole point of using it is that you're getting this animation out of the way so you don't have to watch your mech do a bow, and you're avoiding that by crouching, right? Because you can just toggle it. Now remember, you gotta wait a second for the server to register that you've shut down, and it's probably the amount of time it takes to do that bow is actually probably what it is, because your game thinks you should take a bow, so you probably have to wait that half second there. Boom, that amount of time from there to there is how long you have to wait for the game to register you shut down. So wait, jump, fire, shut down, wait, jump, fire. So that's the way you gotta do it. You gotta do it with that sort of timing. And we're shutting down. Why are we shutting down? Because the less we're on radar, the less likely we are to be targeted. It's that simple. It's a built-in feature of the game. And I would encourage you to shut down at any time you feel you're being tracked, or just because it makes you happy. Like, a lot of people never shut down at all, which is terrible. Like, say I can be sitting here looking into spawn, and look, I can watch the whole game while I'm shut down over here. See that? I'm watching everything that's going on, toggling my radar.